What's your emotion, Ken, at this minute?
I could not be more proud. I could not be more proud of our footy club, my players, I can call them my players still, my legends, everything, I come in 2013, I said, you get what you deserve. It hasn't always felt like that. But tonight, footy gods, they were watching, and they gave Trav, they gave Chad, they gave Rob, they gave Doc Fisher, myself. They gave us something that we deserve because we're just good people. And that's all you can ever wish to be, as a good person.
When you were driving in tonight, did you hope for a better evening than that?
No. I didn't think we had any chance.
Thanks,
I can say that now. Like, I'm sitting there going, shit, I've got 6 first years in this team. Got a warrior old fella crippled going around. I've got a young kid Ram playing at full back on King, and I've got Alir who's got a rolled ankle and a busted medial ligament and hanging on. And we won against a team who's going to be very good, very, very good, and play finals. Couldn't be more proud of the team.
So what was it like when there was like a moment, and after the game you kind of just standing there taking it in? What was going through your head?
I'm unemployed. I thought, how am I going to get a job? No, I didn't give a stuff, to be honest. I thought I'm just going to enjoy this moment. I'm just going to love my footy club, and tomorrow morning I'm not the coach, but tonight I'm still the coach, and I'm a coach who's the proudest coach the world has ever seen tonight.
Well, Ken, what about the bloke to your right who had a tough career decision to make in 2012, but he made the right choice as far as you'd be concerned, and the club wouldn't be where it is without that?
No, I totally believe it. I said it again in the rooms. Trav probably hates me saying it all the time, but he saved the footy club. He saved the footy club. And footy club gave him a lot back, but by God, I think we're still in debt. I think the footy club's still in debt.
So that performance when you players tonight who were up against the atmosphere as well, does that speak to how loved Trav is?
Yeah, it's 41,000 people here in a game that we've been out of the finals for about 8 weeks, and fans wanted to turn up and do the right thing for Travis, obviously for other people who were at the end of their careers at Port Adelaide. They're fantastic. 99% of the Port Adelaide crowd are amazing. There's a couple out there I'd like to say goodbye to.
You got the love though today. I mean, what was it like from when they...
Unusual.
What was it like?
No, it wasn't unusual. It was bloody good.
But like, just coaching the game when you know it's your last. What was it like?
Yeah, it's funny. You just slip into coach mode. Like even tonight, we're still coach mode, and you're thinking about all the things you've got to try and do and help the boys. And there came a moment after the game where you thought, shit, that's all over. But like we had a really tight game. We're in save the game mode. We're thinking about what we've got to do. We put a kid back in our back 50 to help us win the game. Connor was supposed to help us with that too, but he had full body cramps, so we had to do something on the fly. Drewy jumps in. We do some ridiculous stuff, but still find a way to win. So I didn't really get to think about last coaching game until the siren went, and then it going, oh yeah, that's it, all over.
That said, he was nearly in tears at your three-quarter time address. Can you give us an insight into what you said?
What did I say?
Oh, I actually can't remember.
I think I said like one more time. If you got one more win. We got one more win for Trav, for Chad. I think I clearly referenced the people who was important, and other than that, you got to watch them tonight to really appreciate what they did. I don't think anyone really appreciates how inexperienced that team was there tonight, and the way they went about it. The captain and the vice captain, goodness gracious. How can you ask any more of people? Connor full body cramp, Zach just smashing everything he could smash. Like. Some people talk about him not being in the All-Australian team. Are they delusional? He's the best player in the comp, nearly. I know I get a bit carried away with my players, but he's pretty good.
He's very good.
Mitch Georgiadis kicks 4, ends up with somewhere close to 60 goals in a side that's really battled for the most part of the year.
Mid-season draftees, see what they did. Matty and Ewan kicked their first goals.
Yeah.
Harry goes to the bench, he tries his heart out. Actually had a really good game even though he's up against it. You must actually be very happy.
Yeah, well, that's the gift for Josh. The gift for Josh is that you've got a lot of good young players in this footy club. That's what I've said for the last couple of weeks. Optimism around Port, when we get a healthy list together, and don't forget we've had 4 or 5 years, we've had long seasons. We're going to get a first pre-season where we actually get to freshen up, rest up, recover our bodies, We've had 19 surgeries in season, so I can't imagine we're having too many after season. Although Ollie's probably due for one. You doing for one?
Oh, I
You're
need
not
one
playing,
more.
so it doesn't
I need
matter.
one more, yeah.
Doesn't matter. So yeah, if we get a fit and healthy squad back, it's still a pretty good squad.
Travis, what about you? Could you feel the crowd? I know you're playing a game of footy, but when every time you got the ball, the crowd went up, standing ovation 10 minutes in. Could you feel that, or are you just so focused on what's happening out there?
Well, normally I'm pretty dialed in on the game, but definitely I could hear it. I embraced it all because it was so special, and I'm so grateful for the Port Adelaide fan base and the members and everyone who's, you know, through the whole week, even the last couple of weeks, the special messages that I've got is just I've been blown away by, and to then play that game, how loud the crowd was almost probably the loudest crowd I reckon we've really had, you know, in that last little moment, and then.
We're a noisy 41.
There's a noisy 41, yeah, and I'm just very grateful for their support.
Again, affected the ball though, Trav. Was there one point where you're like, probably go again?
No.
Yeah.
So I had another back spasm in the second. I couldn't bend over, and then that was probably like, okay, this is the right decision. And I'm absolutely gassed. I'm exhausted. But my main emotion now is just pride in this group, and you know, Kenny spoke about Connor and Zach. The way those boys led is incredible, and I'm so excited to see the next you know, the next stage of this group and what they're going to do.
Are you aware, Trav, of not quite how big your impact is at this club? Ollie was saying pre-game, you've been at different clubs that were for you, a number of players are similar, but like when Ken says you've saved the club, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it's special to hear, but I believe I was one part of it. You know, Kenny coming in at the back of 2012 when we were absolutely gone, for him to teach us how to actually be a really professional football club and professional group. There's no way we would have learnt that without Kenny. And you know, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he bled for this football club and did everything in his powers to make this club a very, very good club. And unfortunately, we didn't get you know, the flag that we all wanted. But this club wouldn't be in the position it is today without him. And us players are a small part of you know, what he's been able to teach us, and we're just very lucky to be a part of the Port Adelaide Footy Club.
Travis, Ken said during the week that he reckons his legacy is going to be not reaching the grand final. What's your thoughts on that? Because to me that's a bit harsh and unfair.
Results are out of our control. Flags are out of our control. What we can do is turn up and give everything we possibly can to something we really care about. And that's what Ken's done every single day. What people don't see behind the doors and how passionate he is about this football club and wanting to be better, wanting to win, wanting to make his players the best people and athletes they possibly can be, that's a legacy that I think he's going to leave, and one that is going to be hard to replicate. Yeah, we didn't get what we wanted in the end, but he was able to turn this football club and the players within the football club into special people.
Trav, what does 20, let's say, dust settle first, what was 2026 and beyond hold for you in your hopefully?
I'm not sure. I do want to get in the space of helping, you know, whether it's athletes, whether it's in business, to help reach their potential. I've been so fortunate to learn off people to be, you know, over my career I had a lot of self-doubt. I had a lot of anxiety and performance anxiety and was never good enough, all this kind of stuff. And I was able to learn off some amazing people, and now I'm fortunate enough to then hopefully share that with people, whether it's in sport or in life, and that's the space I want to get into. I'll have a nice holiday first. I think we both will.
Yep.
Find some sun somewhere and then get into that, because I'm excited to see what, you know, the next generation can do.
I've obviously chaired off two of your good friends. Ken, any thought about you getting chaired off at any time? Yeah.
No, I'm a bit too heavy. I'm a bit too heavy, and if I fall, I'll break. I'm too old. So, no, I was just so happy to have a moment with Travis right near the end, and you know, I can't be more grateful that it's with him, and that feels pretty special to me. I've said this to Chicky through it a couple of weeks ago. I went to Trav's house in his draft year when I was at Geelong. You know, and I asked the question: is there any? What's the skeletons in the closet? There's something about him. Can't be perfect. He's perfect.
Far from
What are you going to do tomorrow?
But what am I going to do? You know what I like to do on Saturdays when I haven't got footy? No, I don't drink. I actually don't drink. I'm a bit silly with lots of things, but I don't do that. I sit home with my wife, for the very first time in 13 years and not be a coach. Actually, in 30 years, I've had a coaching job every minute of my life for the last 30 years, and I sit home with Donna, and we've both been a bit crook this week, so we'll probably cough and splatter together. And we'll plan a holiday. We'll think about, grandchildren, children, all the things that you get taken away from you a fair bit when you do footy. People don't realise. I say this all the time. The most important thing in your life is your family, but footy's the most important of the least important things. That's what I do say to my players, and have said since I got here. I truly believe that. So now it's time for me to spend some time with some family. My dad's not here, rest his soul. I just learnt that you have to work though, and probably working for me won't be that far away because I just love to work. That's what I do.
Do you expect, just the serious side now of looking at what's next for you, do you expect any clarity, I guess, on what you want to do? Or?
No, not in the short term. Definitely not in the short term. I need a spell. I need to have a rest, and normally 2 or 3 weeks and I can start to think a bit clearer. But right now, how can I think about anything else? I'm in love with the Port Adelaide Footy Club and my family. Like, you go, that's not easy to walk away from. So I need a bit of time to let the dust settle and find out whether I've still got the competitive edge to want to compete. I don't know. Going against Port Adelaide doesn't seem anywhere near right. But
So for you, does it become does it become a bit of a breakup? Like, are you going to grieve Port Adelaide?
yeah, probably. I think I have to. Like, you wake up every morning and at 6 and you drive into Alberton forever. It feels like it's forever. Like, I think my son was 16 when we arrived here. He's about to be a father again. And I go, shit, time's flying. But yeah, I've got to do a bit of something. I don't know, grieve about something, but I'm pretty lucky. I've got a great family, absolutely great family. And, they send me a message before the game tonight, and I'm a sook, everyone knows that. And they didn't make it easy for me to get through this game. The eldest daughter and the other daughter, and Geordie was here working with me, but Pop's done and Dad's finished. So we'll see what's next.
What's the message to those Port Adelaide? Maybe you have a message to Port Adelaide fans. It's probably the largest, turnover. Senior coach, club grades. Chad obviously going. In terms of people actually got leaving.
Love the whole game, not just the end game. That's what I would say. Love the whole game. Footy's hard. Footy's tough, and it's hard to win. Just love your footy club the whole way. That's all I'd ask.
Chad, are you
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Technically by 1 year, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I've been in SA more than I've been in Victoria, so I probably am now. Not sure. I've still got a lot to figure out. Obviously, I've got my sister, her partner over there with their little one. They'll be in SA, and obviously my family back in Victoria. So, not sure yet. I'll have to weigh up a few things.
Time to go home. See you later.
I just feel like, Ken, you had to bite your tongue for a number of
Oh, you got that? Yeah, I can ask that
for
question.
13 years, so all bets are off now.
No, there's not. I think I'm still employed. If I say something silly, I'll end up with a...
You might get a fine.
Is there something you want to say that you haven't really been out before?
All right, let's wrap it up.
Thanks, guys.
The game can get better. That's what I think.